We got not one, but two Monday Night Football games. Let's talk a little pigskin. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed a great day of NFL football. Betting-wise, we lost just under a unit, so it wasn't terrible, but it could have been so much better. We'll go over the recap in just a bit on every single bet, but the week is not over. We got some winners for Monday Night Football. Before we get anything, I have a huge announcement on the channel. That's right, we are adding a team member to Just a Bet Outside, and they will be covering NHL. For you hockey fans, that is right. They're going to be doing their first video pretty soon, getting that NHL season preview video with some future bets and all that, and then giving you some best bet videos, daily videos like we do, but for the NHL. It's going to be a ton of fun. So we'll introduce you to him in a little bit, but I'm excited, and really the growth of this channel is because of you guys. So I cannot thank you enough. I appreciate all the support me and Ryan both do for the last couple of years. So anyways, before we get into the Monday Night Football and all that good stuff, we got to tell you about our partner, BetAnySports. You get a 30% cash bonus if you sign up right now. Here's how you do it. Use the link below in the description or the QR code on the page. Guys, it is a ton of fun. First of all, if you just want to do sports betting, you get reduced juice lines, and you get just like you would on other sports books. But if you also want to play some casino games, roulette, blackjack, slots, anything like that, they have a ton of that as well. It's kind of a one-stop shop for everything. And then free league live streams in all different sports, football, soccer, basketball, baseball, all that stuff. You can watch every game live with your membership. Lotto platform, and if you'd like to bet those horsies like I do, you can also bet on different horse tracks all over the world. There's a ton to offer with this website. I would recommend go checking it out. Again, use that QR code or the link in the description below to sign up. All right, now for the NFL fun fact, because I am ready to get back into it. This is a wild one. I'm going to be honest. Aaron Rodgers' touchdown last game was to Garrett Wilson. Okay, we know that. It was his 480th touchdown. But his first touchdown pass to a wide receiver drafted in the first round. That is just insane that out of 479, he never threw to a first-round drafted wide receiver. Insane. Anyways, in this video, we're going to recap Week 3, and then we're going to preview and give our best bets for the Jaguars, Bills, and then the same for the Commanders at the Bengals, and then we'll wrap it all up with the bets recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below like you guys do every single day. We are going to catch fire in the NFL. We did it last year. I know we will. But hopefully that starts week 4. Or hopefully it starts Monday Night Football. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we talk all things MLB, NBA, NFL, and soon to be NHL. We are excited. So let's get it rolling, and it starts with the recap. All right, here is the bets recap for week 3, 5-8. I don't really care about the record. It's the units down 0.86 units. I mean, we're talking less than a unit, but it could have been so much better. I'm going to make adjustments. I can see what I am struggling with and what I'm doing well on. So the game bets, when I'm picking against the spread, it has not been good. Let's just face it. The Texans -2 lost by 182 points. They got absolutely dominated. They had like 10 penalties in the first half. It was absolutely horrendous. I had the Cowboys -6 last week, and they got crushed by the Saints. So right now, spreads and me are not getting along. I'm gonna know that, and we'll improve. Over 39.5, Carolina Vegas, easy winner. The Red Rifle Andy Dalton comes through in the clutch. Dolphins +4.5. My goodness, does their O-line suck? It is so bad. They just couldn't get it done. I'm sorry for fading my Seahawks. As a Seahawk fan, that was awesome to see. As a better of the Dolphins +4.5, that was ugly. And then player props. We got off to a hot start, guys. Chris Olave over 61.5 receiving yards. That was a nice winner. He had a good start, disappeared, and then clutched up in the fourth quarter. Marvin Harrison, same kind of thing. Started off strong, disappeared, and then over 59.5 receiving yards. He got that in the fourth quarter. Bucky Irving was an easy cash. I think that was first quarter, maybe second. That was huge. He had a big game. He is a stud running back for them, even though they suck today. Young Waku. Mr. Young Waku, guys. They had 4th and 5 with like 5 minutes to go in the game. Down 5. I get you want to go for it, but they're in the red zone on 4th and 5. That's not an easy thing to get. Kick a field goal, get a stop, and then try to go win it with another field goal. I just needed one field goal. They went for it on 2 different 4th downs in the red zone. It is what it is. It's football. Coaching, make a decision. But if they decide to kick it there, that has a green check mark. That's how simple it was. But didn't get it done. That's how it goes. Devon Acham. 5+ reception. This is one of those chances I took. +160. He had 3. The whole Dolphins offense was just terrible. He had a catch on the first play for the Dolphins. First play, Devon Acham catch, only gets 2 more. That's it. And then the guy who, passes to running backs more, went out of the game hurt, and Tim Boyle came in. It was just ugly, that game. Ladder parlay, guys, this was so freaking close. I'm going to probably do more of these. I'm not going to lie. Olave got over 80 yards. He clutched up. Harrison was 16 yards short. That's right. He got 64 receiving yards for it what would have been a plus 605 winner. And he was, I mean, he got targeted a ton. He just could not connect with Kyler Murray for a couple of those plays. So it is what it is. It's a quarter unit play. I took a chance. But anytime touchdowns, we lost about a half unit because I do a quarter unit each. Achan, obviously, team just couldn't score. Tony Pollard, they were horrendous, and they had the ball at the 1 yard line. They do a play action on first and goal and throw it to a tight end, I believe it was. So David Montgomery, touchdown machine. He got it done, and Brock Bowers did not. The Raiders got smashed. So it is what it is. Down 0.86 units. Again, it's week 3. We are going to bounce back. I trust the process. But, man, could this have been so much more with Marvin Harrison and Younghoe Koo. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. So that's the bets recap. And then let's check out the next page. We like to show you the breakdown of everything. I told you, it's just like baseball. Game bets have absolutely just not started off well. Player props plus 0.89. Everything's just kind of around there. Even anytime touchdown bets down 0.75. And then I have the ladder parlays. We're going to try to do more of those. 0-1 down 0.25. Trends parlay we forgot to do for week 3. We did not do it. Those aren't official, but so far those are 0-2. So overall record, the overall units. Now let's get a few back because I like the Monday Night Football slate. And speaking of that, it's time to talk Jags and Bills. All right, this first one takes us out to Buffalo, where the Buffalo Bills, won't you come out tonight, are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bills minus 5.5. Total in this game is 45.5. Just a couple trends and stats real quick before we get into the bet. And this first bet is going to be a unit. There's a couple 1-unit plays today I absolutely love. Jaguars have gone under the first quarter total in 15 of the last 20 games. You're welcome, I guess, if you bet first quarter. And then a stat I mentioned in the week 3 video. This tells you nothing. It's just me wanting to give you info. Trevor Lawrence is dead last in completion percentage on quick passes. That's 2.5 seconds or less is considered a quick pass. That's huge because Doug Peterson loves those quick passes, and that's probably why they've been struggling. His 4.4 yards per attempt on those passes is 30th in the league. It's just not been pretty. Jaguars coming in 0-2. Only 4 teams that have started 0-3 have made the playoffs since 1990. This is a must-win game for them. So let's get right to my bet, though. I'm not doing a spread. Don't worry. So you can actually listen to this. Brenton Strange. Over 2.5 receptions at minus 125 on FanDuel. 1-unit play for me on this one. Some of you guys might have no clue who he is. So let me talk about him. If you don't know him, he is a second-round draft pick in the 2023 draft. He is a tight end. Evan Ingram was out last week, which gave Strange his chance. What a name. Last week, he had 3 catches for 65 yards on 6 targets. Those 6 targets were the second most on the team, guys. He ran 22 routes on 30 dropbacks. So he was not just sitting back blocking for the run or anything like that. I expect him to get involved. They really liked what they saw from the youngster. And this game should be competitive also. If anything, they're playing from behind and they need to throw a lot. But I would be shocked if the Jaguars are just blowing out the Buffalo Bills. But it's the NFL. NFL, you never know. But also, Trevor Lawrence loves to throw to his tight ends. Last season with Evan Ingram had 143 targets. That is absolutely insane. He had 114 catches on those targets. And then let's talk Bills defense, the matchup. They can be vulnerable in the middle of the field. We've seen it before when Milano is out, which he is out in this game. They've allowed the 3rd most receptions to tight ends so far through 2 weeks. I haven't done the week 3 stats, but the 14 catches. Jonnu Smith had 6. McBride had 5 catches. All I need is 3 for the number 1 tight end for the Jaguars. Like I said, he was the 2nd highest targeted guy last week. He's going to be a part of this offense. The game script, whether it's playing behind or competitive, should be there for him. I almost went with over receiving yards, but instead, in case he's catching short passes, I'm just going to go with Strange. So let's get Strange over 2.5 receptions. That is my first best bet. All right, this second one takes us out to Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Bengals are hosting the Washington Commanders in a must-watch game. Bengals minus 7. Total in this game is 46.5. Just a quick little trend here. Joe Burrow, 15-6-1 against the spread after a loss. So he comes back ready to play usually. Not both teams. The Bengals are trying to avoid the dreaded 0-3 start like we just talked about last game. Commanders somehow got a win, scoring 0 touchdowns last week when the Giants scored 3. It was the first time in NFL history. But I have 2 bets for you. I have a 1-unit play that I love and a half-unit play. So let's get into it. It's no side pick again. It's just player props. So here we go. The first one, a 1-unit play. I know Younghoe Koo might give you some PTSD, but give me Evan McPherson over 2.5 PATs. This is not field goals. This is point after touchdowns. Minus 120 on DraftKings. I do not understand this line and why it's playable at all. This means I just need the Bengals to score 3 touchdowns. That's all it really means. Obviously, he has to make those. But the Bengals team total is right around 27.5 right now. Guys, the books and everyone and their mother think they're going to score at least 3. Their team total or their touchdowns line as a team is set at 3.5. This is a great discount here. This is just me saying, well, I just need them to score 3 touchdowns at minus 120, of course, and for McPherson to make his PATs. He was 40 for 40 last season. I'm just saying. As for the Bengals scoring 3 touchdowns, if you don't know already, the Commanders are the worst defense in the NFL. They're absolutely horrendous. They have been since the beginning of last season. They just gave up 3 touchdowns to the Giants last week, who kicked no PATs because they had no kicker. They had to go for 2 every time. They gave up 4 touchdowns to the Buccaneers in week 1. The Bengals on offense will be getting T. Higgins back in this game. That's absolutely huge. They should move right up and down the field on this team. Last 2 weeks versus the passing game, by the way, the Commanders defense, Baker threw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Daniel freaking Jones threw for 2 touchdowns himself. Neighbors burned him for 127 yards. The secondary is absolutely horrendous. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins should have a field day here. Also, just to show you how bad the Commanders' defense is, they've allowed 9 of their last 10 opponents to score 27 or more points. That's just wild to me. I would be shocked if the Bengals don't get 3. I mean, you're saying if they only score 2 and a couple field goals, they're only going to score 20. There's just no way that's possible. They're going to score 3. I just need Evan McPherson to knock them down. That's all it is. So I love this line at minus 120. So give me McPherson over 2.5 PATs as my first bet in this game as a 1-unit play. And the second bet. I know we had a 1-3 touchdown week, but I'm going back to a touchdown prop. I'm going to go a half unit on it. Give me Jamar Chase anytime touchdown. Did I mention the Commanders' secondary is absolutely awful? Or that the Bengals should score at least 3 touchdowns through 2 weeks? This is insane, guys. Again, I didn't do week 3 stats. Through 2 weeks, the Commanders have already given up 6 touchdowns to the wide receiver position. That is just horrendous. Only 2 teams have given up more than 3 touchdowns to wide receivers in the first 2 weeks. Eagles and 49ers both gave up 4. Nobody's given up 5, and the Commanders at 6. Neighbors scored 1. Wan'Dale Robinson. Evans scored twice. Chris Godwin scored once. Top wide receivers, as you can tell on these teams, they are scoring. They cannot stop them. T. Higgins will help take the pressure off Jamar Chase. Sometimes he gets double teamed and bracketed a lot. But if T. Higgins comes to play, I just think it's going to open up even more for Jamar Chase. I love getting plus money for Jamar Chase against the Commanders to score his first touchdown. So that's a half unit play along with Evan McPherson over 2.5 PATs. If I had to lean aside, if you guys care, I do like the Bengals to put an absolute beatdown on this Commanders team. So, but those are my bets. That's both Monday night football games. And before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, the first one's Strange. Give me Brenton Strange over 2.5 receptions at minus 125 on FanDuel for 1 unit. Evan McPherson, the kicker, over 2.5 point after touchdowns, not field goals, at minus 120 for 1 unit. And then Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown at plus 125. That is a half unit play. So let's end the week strong and have a profitable week 3. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Again, the baseball video is going to be out right after this one as well. So be sure to check that out. But hope everyone has a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.